For a long time, I wanted nothing more than to be a wife and a mother. I remember sitting in church pews with my high school sweetheart and praying to God that he would give me a big family. I wanted 5 kids, 2 of which would be adopted. And every Sunday I would walk out of church with my then boyfriend, now husband, and we'd look at all the kids playing and I would say, someday this will be us. We would literally pray for the same thing every day. It was my dream. It was my prayer. It was my everything. And then life happened and it didn't quite go according to plan. I ended up getting pregnant with my first child and miscarrying shortly after. I got pregnant again and miscarried again. I ended up getting pregnant with my son and miscarrying again. 4 miscarriages in a row. I was devastated. I felt like a failure. I felt like I had no purpose. I was angry at God. I was angry at myself. And then we decided to adopt. And 2 years after we started the adoption process, we were finally matched with our daughter from China. And 2 years after that, we were matched with our second daughter from Ethiopia. And in between the adoptions, we were also blessed with our son. And I remember sitting in my chair looking down at the 3 of them and thinking, this is all I ever wanted. But somewhere between the infertility, the miscarriages, the adoptions, the years of trying, I lost myself. The dreams I once had, the hopes, the plans, they all changed. And even though this is what I prayed for, I can honestly say that I don't recognize the girl who prayed for this. I didn't realize that the life I was praying for wasn't actually mine. It was the life that I thought I was supposed to want because that's what everyone else wanted for me. After I had my 3rd child, I started having panic attacks. I couldn't leave the house. I couldn't go anywhere. I was terrified that something bad was going to happen to one of my kids or my husband or me. I was worried about money. I was worried about food. I was worried about everything, and I thought this is what being a mom is supposed to feel like. This is what it means to be selfless. But really, I think I was just terrified to admit that I didn't want any more kids. I was scared to admit that I didn't want to be a stay-at-home mom. I was scared to admit that I didn't want what I thought I was supposed to want. I spent so many years trying to mold myself into someone else's idea of who I was supposed to be. But in doing so, I forgot to ask myself who I wanted to be. I'm not saying that being a mom or a wife or a homemaker isn't a wonderful, fulfilling thing. All I'm saying is that whatever it is that you think you're supposed to want, make sure it's actually what you want, not what someone else wants for you. Because the truth is, none of us really know what we want in life. And that's okay. It's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to not know what you want. The most important thing is that you're true to yourself. Even if who you are changes from day to day, week to week, year to year, just keep searching for who you are and don't settle. You'll find your people. You'll find your purpose. You'll find your way.